Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and I'd like to welcome you to Craft Spot. This is my weekly crafting adventure, shall we say, because sometimes it's quite the adventure, but always good crafting. So, I am back at the cottage at my Bancroft Craft Studio here. I did a quick run around because it wasn't just a turnaround. I uh, I went and visited with my sister and brother, and then I went to Osage Beach and I was there for a day and a bit. So I had lunch with a girlfriend. I picked some stuff from the garden. I watered the gardens, uh, what did laundry, all those fun things. And now I'm back again, and it is still lovely and warm up here. Perhaps not quite as warm as it was, and that's okay. It's still gorgeous. And the best thing is that there has been a tiny bit of rain in this area, so the um, forest fire rating has been downgraded from red to orange or yellow, or no, I think it's orange. I don't, anyway, it's a little bit lower. It's not extreme, it's not good, and there are still forest fires burning. They have them, what do they say? They have them contained. Doesn't mean they're under control, but they have them to the point where uh, they're not as concerned, I guess, because there's always concern, but they're not as concerned about them spreading at this moment. But there's still not a lot of rain in the forecast up here, and things are still very dry. So sadly, there could be more that start. So be diligent, people. Keep at it. Don't be foolish. Complete fire ban on, and that will remain for a while because things need to, they need to have a really, really good rain. And the little bit that we got it was, we're grateful for it, but it was not nearly enough to wet things. And I'm driving up, there are so many trees within the forest, and their leaves are yellow and orange and brown, and the ground cover is brown. It is dead. It is so dry. So, um, nobody, there's no grass anywhere except for the people that have irrigation systems. So, yeah. Anyway, we need rain. The crops need rain. They're so thirsty. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? Okay, so do say hello if you are here or and joining me today. I have this up on here. And oops, oh gosh, what did I do? I don't know. Let's just see. Oh, maybe we can kind of sort of get us back. Okay, I think I'm back. I don't think I actually went anywhere. It was just my screen that I look at for comments. So anyway, today, something just a little bit different, something kind of fun. So I did a craft sale um the long August weekend. So a couple weeks ago now. Time goes so fast. This weekend. So in a couple days, it'll have been 2 weeks ago. So anyway, recently I did a craft sale, and one of the things that I sell is wine tags, and I make these with Christmas decor. And I thought I should make these for different seasons. There's no reason why we couldn't have these year round because good grief, people people entertain, people go to each other's houses and they like to take a bottle of wine, and it's not always a gift. You don't necessarily want to put it in a bag or put a bow on it or anything. And even if it is a gift, you can add a wine tag instead of all those other things. Personalized, customized, handmade. Awesome. So I did sell quite a few of them at the craft sale. And so I was thinking, gosh, I should share this with my viewers. So look, here we are. That's what we're going to do today. Let's head down to the crafting area. There are lots and lots and lots of things going on coming up. Going on, going on now, coming up. Um, my monthly craft class, uh, card club, And my newest offering is a scrapbooking club. It won't start until September, but registration is open now because I will need to send out the packets soon. So scrapbooking club, 2 double layouts each month, $30 shipped to you, and then we will make 4 pages, 2 double layouts every month together. And I'm so excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome fun. So, um, wine tags. Let's get to that, shall we? So these are a wonderful way to use up your bits. You know, the bits bucket. So this stuff was left over from a class I did. Actually, it was card club. And we used the Impressions of Bloom. And it was a little bit, the one card had a whole flowing extravaganza of flowers, shall we say. And so I had just die cut all sorts of bits and pieces, and everyone just sort of dug in and took what they wanted and created any way they wanted. And there were some beautiful cards made. But apparently I have some leftovers. So here's what one way to use stuff from your bits bucket. So I put some of these together. So there's 3 sizes of flour. Actually, you can see them all there. And there's a couple sizes of center. This is all from the Impressions of Bloom set. And so I have pulled out 3. I also have some stems from the Impressions of Bloom. And here's a tip. Use your adhesive sheets on these. It's not that you can't do them without adhesive sheets, but oh, so much easier to to adhere if you have that. And then I have some leaves, and a lot of these leaves are not on adhesive sheets because for my card club, we were tucking things in and leaving things up, and some things we wanted stuck down and some things we put on dimensionals. And so there was a whole lot of stuff going on. So I didn't do those, but I've started to cut some that are. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to use cloud cover for my base. And this is 11 inches by 3 inches, and it's scored at 3 inches. Okay, so super simple. I am going to use a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. Now these are available. Yes, you can get 1 3/4 and you can get 2. This is my old one. So it's the old style of the whale tail punch. If you were to purchase that right now, it would look like our new punches like these. Ones that lock and close and all the rest of it. But at the cottage, I have my others and my extras and those sorts of things. So okay, now I am just going to fold it. You can leave these straight or you can fold them, whatever you wish. But this is what is going to go over your wine bottle. I should have I said get the wine. I really should have, shouldn't I? But anyway, it would sit like this on your wine bottle and it would dangle down, and your wine bottle, of course, would be tall, and you cannot see that very well on camera, can you? There. But hopefully you can envision what that would be like. Okay, and then you just go ahead and make it up and create. So I'm going to actually pop these flowers up with dimensionals. So bring them in, and there are it's like fruit flies around. I don't know. Someone was saying that there's little flies around this year. We have had little flies at the cottage in the past, and they bite. They look like a housefly, but very small, sort of like a miniature housefly, but they do bite. So I don't know. These little things seem smaller than that, and I don't know that they bite. But anyway, so then you're just going to decide where you want these things. So I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to put. I want this one down here, maybe, just, just because. And this one in here. That might work. So I want these two stems to kind of come together. And I'm going to put them down first. So I kind of want it about in line with the top of the M on pumpkin. How's that for a measuring tool? Now, I did kind of run out of adhesive sheet on this. Well, I didn't run out. I wasn't paying attention. And I came to the end of where I had put it, but that's okay. It will be enough to make it stick. Okay. So, taking that adhesive sheet off. And then, what was it? Kind of in line with the M. I think I want this under the flower, and I don't want the flower dangling over the edge. So why does my nose run whenever I start Craft Spot? I don't understand. I'm allergic to Craft Spot. Not really. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put this one down so that it comes over this way. Where do we want this? Oh, she says waffling away. Maybe we want to do something like this. I want these two to kind of line up like they are sort of one stem, or they belong together. Okay, let's put these guys on. Oopsie. Here, so that this one doesn't dangle over the edge. Okay, that works. And then, so I have some different sentiments. You can put anything on here, right? I have cheers from the celebratory sips set. Cheers is always good on a wine bottle. And then you can add to that, let's celebrate. That's one. And then I pulled out this, let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. I think it's hilarious. It sort of, speaks to the day kind of thing. And that one, actually, I should show you, is from just a hilarious stamp set that I haven't really shared on CraftSpot. It's called Not 29 Anymore. And it's fun. So many candles. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down. Oh, please don't talk to me, right? Free cake. I mean, let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. Older, but still cool. Older, but not wiser. And then there's, this lovely happy birthday. It's a really nice font on there. Treat yourself because I didn't get you anything. Not good for this wine tag because we're clearly getting them a bottle of wine, but here's to another year of questionable decisions. It's just fun, lots of fun, and hopefully, because I'm sure that would be the intention, the recipient would enjoy that and get a chuckle out of those. So I am going to use the Heartfelt Hexagon punch because that's a fairly large sentiment. And maybe I will come in with, actually, you know what? Maybe garden green. Okay? We'll pick up on this garden green and keep that going. This is brand new. I have not used this yet, and it looks like it should be stamped and cleaned a little bit. So let me just stamp that onto scrap paper. And then I totally forgot about this part. Sorry, folks. But we're just going to give that a nice little scrub on my Stampin' Scrub. And that should get some of the manufacturing residue off. Okay. There we go. It's hilarious. I love it. Okay, now this one, again, we can pop up with some dimensionals. Oh, these are great. You know, if you want to protect the environment with less trash, there's less trash in this than in a gift bag or some of those other containers that you can purchase for wine bottles. But what I like about it really is that it's handmade, right? You can make these for whoever you're giving it to with them in mind, right? This way. For that one. So I'm just gluing the leaves down. Clean here. And put one more up there. We could put one more there, couldn't we? There we go. Hey, so look at that. Quick, cute, uses up bits from your bits box, and lots of fun. Okay, that is one. So then I went into, once I, sort of had this thought, it was like, oh, well, what else can we do? Where is my main bits box? Since this was from a class that I held fairly recently, so it hadn't really made it into any bits bucket. But look what I found. Oh my goodness. This must have been leftovers, or maybe it was a project idea that I had at some point that I never did. So these are the daisy punches that we had a little while ago now. They've been retired for a while, but I still have them. There was two of them, a larger one and a smaller one. And oh look, that guy clearly got punched near the edge of the paper, but it's okay. We have more. So we are now into the retired product part of CraftSpot because this is the bits bucket, right? And not everything in my bits bucket is retired yet. I try to get in here on a regular basis and use some of these things just because we get so many, don't we? And these are, like, look, these are fun, don't we think? I don't know whether I need three of these or not, but we're going to put three of them together and then we'll see what we're going to do. This is where the adventure part starts. You were warned. Hey, Donna, welcome. We're making wine tags today. So I didn't quite notice when you joined me, but this is what we're doing. So this is the tag and it's punched at the top. So it just goes over a wine bottle or any bottle. It could be a bottle of anything. And it dangles down, and then you can gift it to someone, or, even if you're going for dinner somewhere and you're taking a bottle of wine or something, why not drop a wine tag on it? Because then it just says, this is a little bit fancy and I'm thinking of you. Okay, 11 by 3. Again, this is Lemon Lolly. And I am coming in with my 1 3/4 inch punch again. The other thing, see, I'm using bits for these, but I'm making bits. I have all these circles, 1 3/4 inches, but so I need to find something to do with them. That's the next task. I'm thinking I just do. Does this look a little bit too hippie? All of a sudden I'm thinking this is like, it looks kind of hippie like. I have a couple in here. I think I have, oh, or we could even put some of these in the center, couldn't we? Could these be flower centers? Could be a flower center, couldn't it? Okay, so see this itty bitty little flower? Here's today's little tip, because you could put glue on it. Okay, so here's 2 ways to adhere these. Take your pick tool, use your putty end to pick that up, and then just a little tiny dot of glue on there. So you don't need a lot, and you don't want it squishing out everywhere, but then you can just set that down right there, exactly where you want it. Here's another option, your roll of glue dots. Okay, and you just put that flower down on there, give it a little press, peel it off, and then you could stick that down there. So 2 ways of doing it. They're both quick and easy. And they're both great adhesives, so you don't have to make a choice. Or, I mean, you have to make a choice, but you can't make a bad choice. You can't go wrong. They will both work really well. There we go. I like those with the yellow. They look a little less 1970s flower power somehow. I don't know whether that's really possible or not, but they seem to. Okay, shall we do cheers? Let's celebrate, or let's get this party. Do we want some leaves in here? Maybe some leaves too, right? We could tuck some of these leaves in. Just, I like the green there. Yeah, maybe some of that. Something like this. Okay. It's a plan, it's an idea. So I'm going to pop these up on with dimensionals again. So let's get these ready to go. So if you don't keep a bits bucket, you probably have scraps. And if you don't have scraps, then you need to make more cards. Making more cards, or scrapbook layouts, or any kind of crafting, really, you pretty much always generates at least a few scraps. So uh, if you don't have any scraps, it's a sign that you need to head to the craft area and do some crafting. And then you will have some scraps, and you can cut the small pieces into flowers or shapes, or any dies that you have, any punches, anything at all. There's no, there's no boundaries on this. And that's kind of why I say, I used to do these just for Christmas, but it's like, well, you, you take wine to people's houses other than just at Christmas, and why not fancy it up? So um, that was why I decided to do some that aren't Christmas. Christmas is, everybody thinks of it as a time where we give gifts and we do more entertaining and stuff, but there's lots of times in the summer where we're going to barbecues or picnics or something, and over at someone's house. It's just nice to take a little gift, and it's even nicer when it comes with a handcrafted tag. There we go. I think that works. Now, this time, I am going to use the Labeled with Love punch, and that is this one. And we'll do the cheers. And do we want to do the green again? Maybe the green again. Eh? That could work. So, garden green, match my leaves. And I've got, I don't know whether I need to do cheers or let's celebrate first, but I have more paper. And I can redo it if the order of operation is off. Okay, so what's on the end of the E? I think that's just heavy hand, isn't it? Let's clean that off. I thought it was an exclamation mark. Oh, it is an exclamation mark, but it's got way too much ink on it. Okay, and I think my cheers is a little high anyway. So let's start perhaps with the let's celebrate. And we're going to put that right about there. We'll see if this works better. I don't know whether it's better to do your big word first or your smaller word, but clearly we're trying both. That works. Something about having done one and seeing where you want it that helps as well. I don't know about you, but I'm not terrific at spatial visioning or whatever in my mind, I guess. Like I need to sort of see it. So, and you know what? I am going to really stick this down because I don't want anyone peeking underneath to see that I messed up on my stamping. We'll put an extra dimensional on there so that it doesn't fall off and people aren't as tempted to peek underneath. There we go. That turned out okay. It doesn't look too 70s flower power anymore, I don't think. Hopefully not. So there's another one. And as I say, you can do these however you like. They're just, get out your bits bucket, cut some coordinating colors of paper. Here's one that I had made. I did actually have a couple left from the craft sale. So there's another style of, well, same style as that one, but another one that I've made different colors on the background. And then the other thing I was thinking, so this would be, you can use any of your punches. So if you have the old tulip builder, so there's your tulip. This could be a layer on your tulip, could be a leaf. And then you can just cut some green paper for a stem if you want stems on your tulips, just for some different flowers. The humble home punch, the house. Wouldn't that be great if you were taking someone a bottle of wine or something for a housewarming gift? They've just moved into a new house, and look, here you have this little house, and you could use, let's celebrate or congratulations or welcome or lots of different stamps for that too. So lots and lots of things that you can do. And of course, you can do Christmas ones. It's just, it's August and it's hot out. And so I thought we should do some for summer, more summer themes. All righty, let me just come back here. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, so I hope you like those. They're quick, they're easy, they're a great way to use up bits and pieces that you have sitting around, all those little things that you cut four and you only use two, or you two or three, or you cut something and then it's like, oh no, this isn't going to work. I need to redo that or do it differently. So we always end up with those bits, don't we? And every now and again, we have to dig into the bits bucket. So, that's what we did today, and we've used up some leftover pieces from Card Club and some old things from our bits bucket. And look, now we have some fantastic wine tags. So, uh, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you like these, and I look forward to crafting with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.